disdain, disdain, disdain.
This feeling is when someone thinks something or someone is not good enough, and they show that by being uninterested or even angry about it. Here is a sample sentence. The politician's condescending attitude towards her constituents was evident in his tone of disdain when they questioned him at the town hall meeting. In this example, disdain refers to a strong feeling of contempt or disrespect, often accompanied by a sense of superiority.
Disgrace, disgrace, disgrace.
This word refers to a situation where someone or something is considered unworthy, shameful, or embarrassing. It's when actions or behavior are seen as very bad or unbecoming. Here is a sample sentence. The politician's scandalous affair was a source of great disgrace to his family and constituents, ultimately leading to his resignation from office.
Disguise, disguise, disguise.
To change how something or someone looks on the outside so that people can't tell what they really are. Here is a sample sentence. She wore a wig and sunglasses to disguise herself as her twin sister. This sentence illustrates how disguise can be used to mean a costume or appearance that conceals one's true identity.
Disgust, disgust, disgust.
It's a strong feeling that happens when you think something is very unpleasant or yucky, often because it doesn't seem right or is considered impolite. Here is a sample sentence. The smell from the dumpster was so overpowering that it filled me with disgust. This sentence illustrates how the word disgust can be used to describe a strong feeling of revulsion or distaste, often in response to something unpleasant or unappealing.
Disinclined, disinclined, disinclined.
This word means feeling or wanting to do something is not strong, so you might not want to do it. Here's a sample sentence. After a long day, she was disinclined to do any more work and decided to take the rest of the evening off. In this example, disinclined means feeling reluctant or unwilling to do something.
Disinfectant, disinfectant, disinfectant.
This is something that kills germs and makes things clean, but doesn't necessarily make them shiny or sparkling. It's used to get rid of tiny, invisible bugs that can make people sick. Here is a sample sentence. After cleaning up the spill, she sprayed disinfectant all over the kitchen counter to kill any remaining bacteria.
Dismal, dismal, dismal.
This word describes something that is very sad or unpleasant, often because it's gloomy or uninteresting. Here is a sample sentence. The dismal weather outside matched my mood perfectly, with dark clouds and steady rain that seemed to match the gloominess I was feeling. In this sentence, dismal describes the weather as being unpleasantly gray and depressing. It implies a lack of brightness or vibrancy, which fits with the word's connotations of sadness or hopelessness.
Dismay, dismay, dismay.
It's a feeling of sadness or disappointment, often because something bad has happened or didn't go as planned. Here is a sample sentence for the word dismay. The news of the company's bankruptcy caused widespread dismay among its employees, who had been expecting a successful merger.
Dismiss, dismiss, dismiss.
To stop thinking about it or paying attention to something, often because you don't think it's important or true anymore. Here is a sample sentence. The judge dismissed the case, citing lack of evidence. In this example, dismiss means to officially end or terminate something, in this case, a court case.
Disorder, disorder, disorder.
A condition where something is not working or behaving as it should, causing problems or difficulties. Here is a sample sentence. The hospital was overwhelmed with patients suffering from various disorders, including diabetes and heart disease. In this example, disorders refers to a collection of health conditions or diseases.
Disparity, disparity, disparity.
This word refers to a big difference or gap between two things that are supposed to be similar, like people being treated unfairly because of their background. Here is a sample sentence. The wide disparity in salaries between men and women in the company was a major concern for HR. In this example, disparity refers to a significant difference or inequality between two things, in this case, salaries.
Dispatch, dispatch, dispatch.
It's the act of sending something or someone somewhere, often with instructions on what to do when they get there. Here is a sample sentence. The police department dispatched an officer to the scene of the accident immediately after receiving the 911 call. In this example, dispatch means to send someone or something, in this case, an officer, on a mission or task.
Dispel, dispel, dispel.
To make something that's confusing or unclear go away, so people can understand or think more clearly again. Here is a sample sentence. The bright sunlight helped to dispel the darkness and gloom that had settled over the city. In this example, dispel means to drive away or remove something, in this case, darkness and gloom, by introducing something else, bright sunlight.
Dispense, dispense, dispense.
This action means to give or provide something, usually in a controlled or measured way, often according to rules or instructions. Here is a sample sentence. The pharmacist will dispense the medication to you once it has been filled and verified by the doctor. In this example, dispense means to give out or distribute something, in this case, medication, according to rules or instructions.
Disperse, disperse, disperse.
To spread something or someone out, so they're no longer all together in one place. Here is a sample sentence. The crowd began to disperse as the concert ended and the venue was cleared. In this example, disperse means to scatter or spread out in different directions, often after being gathered together.
Displace, displace, displace.
To take something's place, so that thing is no longer there. Here is a sample sentence. The new highway construction project will displace several families who live in the area that needs to be excavated. In this example, the verb displace means to remove or relocate people from their homes.
Displacement, displacement, displacement.
It's when something moves from one place to another, but stays in its own space. It doesn't change where it is, just where it was before. Here is a sample sentence. The devastating hurricane caused widespread displacement of residents from their homes, forcing many to seek shelter in nearby evacuation centers. In this example, displacement refers to the act of being forced to leave one's home or usual place of residence due to some event or circumstance.
Display, display, display.
It's something that shows or presents something to people, often for them to see. Here is a sample sentence. The museum's new exhibit was a stunning display of ancient artifacts from around the world. In this sentence, display refers to an exhibition or showcase of something, in this case, ancient artifacts.
Dispose, dispose, dispose.
To get rid of something, like an old thing or a problem. Here is a sample sentence. The company will dispose of all hazardous materials at the end of the quarter. In this example, dispose means to get rid of or eliminate something, in this case, hazardous materials.
Disposed, disposed, disposed.
This word means having a tendency or feeling to do something, often because you think it's right or good. It's about being inclined towards an action or attitude. Here is a sample sentence. The company was disposed to donate a portion of its profits to local charities each year. In this example, dispose means inclined or willing to do something, in this case, donating to charity.